It's an easy question, yes or no. Was Harvard worth it? Yes or no. It depends who's asking. Even so, depends on what they want to know. Let's start with Sage, who asks me first, did you use your major afterwards? I twitch, brain fart, my tongue tripped by her false start, tame myself, resist temptation to tell her that at Harvard Station we actually call majors concentrations. Translation? I studied econ with a French citation, then popped that champagne graduation. Flew the coop to another nation, taught English in Parisian schools, moved to Munich where I grew YouTube. Fell in love, then out, my dude. Now I flirt with NYC, but my apple slice keeps biting me. Sage sighs and then listlessly, wait, from 4.0s and SATs to fancy schmancy Ivy Leagues, that's all you did with your degree? Ouch. I guess not all of us can be as wise as your wise-ass Sage. A girl whose world is evergreen. She thinks all stems beget a leaf. Hued from youth or jealousy, either way, it's not a great color on her. And color me startled. From the back of the pack, another voice stings. Wait, with Ek and French from fall to spring, then you'll know ROI is king. That must be Roy, cutting to the chase. Bankit wants us to abbreviate it, asks, how much money you making? Smile as empty as his jackets are sleeveless, ceaseless in his pursuit of riches, which is why he vested his self-worth in financial dominance, and not to diss, but the only hundreds he's ever seen are Benjamins, so when he asks about success, he asks about interest. Logic so diluted sees me as a sunk cost. $250,000 invested in a mind so open that the brain hopped off the money-making train in foreign lands without a map. Now apparently I'm a lost cause? Okay. I can surmise from his eyes Roy hopes someone said a stop loss. To him, Harvard's nothing more than an overhyped large stock. No cap, he'd rather self-school on the internet. Thinks the classes are all we're getting, and if grades don't materialize into pay, then he pays no respect. No respect on my check. I rolled the dice, took a chance, did not pass go, did not collect. So no, Roy, I do not have a generous return. Just yet. But I'll let you in on a little secret. I build my dreams on concrete and the sky's always the limit. Never ceilings on my temple, just blank checks for me to fill in. Freedom is my future, and if I've got that, I've killed it. And that don't take $1 or 1,000 or 1,000,000,000. But I haven't completely quit the rat race yet, so we'll see how I get it. And yes, I am aware that this entire mindset is a privilege, but if these thoughts seem pretentious, remember Harvard was my scrimmage. And I share this with you not, in fact, to tarnish my own image, but to image up a world where bottom lines are not the finish. Lines, there are lines of others queuing up to ask their cues. Was Harvard worth it? To you, from Uncle Sammy, getting personal like they my family. Celeste and Legend duke it out. One sibling screams of fame while the other one zones out. Faith and Serenity just chillin' in the Harvard hammock by the pool. Yeah, when a safety net's that big, then it's hard to lose your cool. Joy looks at them and smiles, and Aretha asks what you'd expect. RESPECT, girl, Harvard teach you about respect. And it's hard to think quite clearly with all them breathing down my neck. P.S. Link just asked for access to the network that I've met. To them, I'm not much more than a crimson silhouette. From the day you get your letter, it envelops what you represent. And each will view that differently, that dream that's Harvard heaven sent. Folks foresee your future because they saw how your past read. But when I read the welcome email, that's not what the subject said. Instead of represent, I saw present. Yes, a new voice interjects. When you regard the present, perhaps Harvard's time well spent. That's the giver, giving gifts. His next pleasing to the ear. Thought his presence was the present, but he presents a souvenir. He asks about my memories, about my friends and frenemies, about studies separate from economies, about the times I stopped to breathe in and out. In and out, it all comes. My stories of all-nighters, hackathoning CS50, and of seeking exoplanets, #Astro16. Of reading 14 plays all just for a Shakespeare course, and of course learning in mythology that Ovid wrote up stories first. That's right, Pyramus and Thisbe were the OG Romeo and Juliet. Get ready for more, I tell the giver. At Harvard, I met the author who thought you up. Go figure. Lois Lowry was best friends with my American K-12 and equities professor, and I met Yo-Yo Ma in PJs, and I even took a picture. Picture this, meeting Jessie J after dancing at Yard Fest. And I've stalked out friends for hours with a Nerf gun, I confess. But until you've played Assassins, you won't know what I meant. Had a secret Santa who sent me 7 singing shirtless men. Got a private tour of the Lampoon where chandeliers light cigarettes. Ate lobster mac and cheese for the first time at Grafton Street. And it's my favorite food now, but even it cannot compete with getting sorted into Elliott or flying to Japan for free. Yeah, I tell the giver, I'm not flush, but I'm flush with memories. And when life is but a moment with the light switch flicked to on, I haven't lived with tunnel vision. I haven't lived to turn it off. I picked from the tree of Harvard just to see with my own eyes, just to catch a glimpse of Veritas and laugh from Satire 5. And as I ate my labor's fruit, I watched it turn from black and white, bit the red of passion, gave the giver a high five. And in those quiet moments where only I'm around to ask, was Harvard worth it, yes or no? I find my answers always, yeah. Yeah. All right, that's it. I'm yes or no. If you like this, subscribe down below or do something else. Catch you on the flip side, home skillet. Ciao.